Hey folks, Coach Kevin from the Silver Ridge, and today I want to talk about the bench press. Bench press is a great push exercise, probably the classic push exercise, meaning you're pushing the weight away from you, very similar to the inverse of a push-up. Just with a bench press, we can load it more specifically and heavy. Great exercise for upper body development, and done correctly, actually, your whole body is engaged. Even you'll hear me talk about leg drive here in just a minute when it comes to the bench press. So let's talk a little bit about some of the mechanics here. And one of the most common things I hear, two things. One is when I bench press or when I bench press heavy, my shoulders hurt. Or the other side of that is I've been bench pressing, but my shoulders get sore and I don't feel it in my chest. This is primarily a exercise for your pectoral muscles, for these chest muscles here. And there's a couple of reasons why this might be. One has to do kind of with your elbow placement during the lift. But I think one of the most common things is being able to retract and hold the shoulders and back in the appropriate position. So we need to pack our shoulders. So I'll show you this from the side. I'm going to bring my shoulders up, back, and down and in. They're locked. And I don't want those to move from there. So again, from the back, shoulders come up, back, down, and in. Really, really locked. And you can see that when I lock, my elbows naturally come in. I want a nice arch in my back. And if you've ever seen power lifters, they have a very extended arch. And that's going to do a couple of things. One is that arch is going to reduce the range of travel of the barbell. And that, along with that packing of the shoulders back and down, can, for somebody like me, I've got rather long limbs, you can take a look and see, if you see on the video, if I lay flat and I allow my shoulders to come up as opposed to down, you can see that that's quite a bit. That's probably 3 inches of travel right there. In addition, for my chest, if I arch it up, just another inch. So I can save myself about 4 inches of travel by just correctly setting up for my bench. So let's talk about this. We're going to come down. We want to, remember, up, back, down, and in. And we're going to unrack, come out. I want that weight right over my hand. I don't want my hands back like this. I want that bar right over my wrist and forearm. I'll come down. Remember, I'm squeezing in, so my elbows are under, not flared out. I touch the chest, pause for a second, drive it up. So let's look at that with load. I come in. I like my eyeballs to be basically right under the bar. I've got this bar all the way forward in these J clips. You may like to be a little further forward. That's everybody's preference, a little different. I like my grip to be just outside of shoulder width, so I'm not in here narrow at my shoulders. I'm not way out here in a wide grip, kind of in between. Get that nice arch. My legs are active and driving into the ground. I come up off my hooks. Make sure I'm packed down. I'll come down, touch the chest, drive back up. And that's the basic points of performance for a bench press. This is a fantastic exercise. Again, it's primarily a chest exercise. One last tip I'll leave you with is as you're driving from the bottom, make sure that we keep those elbows tucked and actually concentrate on the chest, of pushing through with your chest. It's that mind-muscle connection that can really help make this an effective exercise. If you're not already doing bench presses, I would really encourage you to throw these into your programming.